Hello everyone, this is John from Otaku Hourly, and I had the opportunity to go to Anime Expo 2025 this year and demo some of Arc System Works games. I'm a huge fan of Arc System Works ever since Guilty Gear XX Accent Core, and it's a huge honor to cover their games as press media. On the show floor, Arc System Works showed off a Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact, Bobble Sugar Dungeons, and Double Dragon Revive. I will delve into my thoughts about these games along with some info and release dates. First off, Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact. I'm a huge fan of fighting games, and when I heard 18 was making a new fighting game, I was instantly intrigued. Little did I know it was based off the popular manga series Hunter x Hunter, which I admit I don't know too much about, but I think after playing this game I will check out this series. Anyways, the gameplay is more of a simplified 3 vs 3 tag fighter. If you have ever played 18's previous titles such as DNF Duel and Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, it's a mixture of those two systems. You get more of a simplified control scheme similar to DNF Duel, not too many motion inputs, but I know a lot of people will appreciate because that's one of the barriers to entry, I think, for people trying to get into fighting games. And with a combination of Marvel vs. Capcom 3 zaniness, because you can pull off some crazy assist combos with that game. Now, one thing, like I said, is great about this game is that anyone can pick up and play. As you probably see the footage of my colleagues also playing this game, they were doing some pretty crazy things that I would never thought. I mean, obviously they were still pretty button mashy, but at least for some of them that don't play fighting games, this is probably one of the most accessible, I think, for any newcomer that is curious about playing fighting games. Plus, with online rollback netcode for a buttery smooth online performance, this is one of the fighting games you will not want to miss. The game is available now for Steam, PS5, and Nintendo Switch, so get it on any of those platforms. Now, the next game Arc System Works let me demo was Bobble Sugar Dungeons. It's probably one of the cutest games I ever picked up at the show. Now, I did play its spin-off series Puzzle Bobble back on an old Neo Geo MVS machine back in the day, but this is more in line with the arcade game back when it was released in 1988. You play as a cute dinosaur named Bub, and his power is to spit bubbles at enemies. Once the enemies are encapsulated in the bubbles, you can either use the bubbles as a platform to reach higher places. I think what I like about this game is that it's simple to pick up and complete a few dungeons. But unlike the arcade game, you can purchase upgrades for Bub and use them in the dungeons. I think this puzzle platformer is a game you don't want to miss. It's great for all gamers, both young and old, casual and experienced. And Bobble Sugar Dungeons will be coming out in winter of 2025 for US, EU, and Asian regions. Now, the last game I did demo at the Arc System Works booth was Double Dragon Revive. Now, the beat 'em up genre, or the 2D belt action game genre, is one of my favorite genres of games, and Double Dragon is no different. This beat 'em up has been kicking ever since the 80s, and recently it's getting a revival in a stylish 3D brawler. Now, what makes this game different than any of the other beat 'em ups is the third dimension, so there is a lot of free movement. Coming from someone who enjoyed the genre for many years, I like the idea of a 3D brawler, and it creates new and interesting ideas for combat, and thankfully the combat was one of the highlights of this game. I just had a blast playing with the new tools. Normally a lot of these characters kind of get a simple punch and special button, but oh my goodness, the cinematic moves is what gives each character its certain flair. Now, I only played Billy during my entire run, and from his controls to his gameplay, I think he's one of the most balanced characters to play. But there are other characters to play, such as Jimmy, Billy's brother, Marianne, the childhood friend of both the Lee brothers, and a new character, Yagyu, who seems to be very integral to the story. Although I didn't have enough time to play the other characters, I did watch some other people play at the demo booth, and they look very fun and stylish to play. So obviously, I think the biggest appeal of this game is the co-op aspect. Double Dragon Revive comes out on October 23rd, 2025 for Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Series X and S, Steam, and the Epic Game Store. I want to thank Arc System Works for having me cover their games. This was very fun, and it's such an honor to be playing games from such a legendary publisher, as well as Otaku Hourly for also allowing me to do Anime Expo coverage this year. So once again, I hope to hear from you next time, and thank you all for watching.